What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and we are here today with the review for Love and Marriage DC Season 1, Episode number 9. The episode is titled The Winter Swindler, you guys. So, before we go ahead and jump into this review, if you guys are watching this video or any other on my channel and you guys aren't subscribed, then I need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. Do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, and sharing the video, you guys. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let's discuss Love and Marriage DC. Shout. All right, you guys. So this episode is next week the season finale. I believe next week is the season finale. If it is for that, so I want to say I don't. I want to once again say I don't hate Love and Marriage DC. It's a disconnect for me, and I think I've said it plenty of times before. The disconnect is going to be with the Samuels, but that's neither here nor there. So we see the group as they're getting ready to leave for Monique's lake house. And I'm pretty positive this is the lake house that they went to in season 5 of Potomac, because I was looking at the kitchen and it was that green. You guys, what happened to what's his name? What's the bird's name? T'Challa? What happened to that bird? 'Cause that's when I remember it. When the bird flew on Wendy. When the bird flew on Wendy in season 5. Oh, wait, I think that bird died, didn't he? Did the bird die, you guys? Let me know in the comments. Did T'Challa die? I know at one point T'Challa flew away, but he came back. Did the bird die? I think the bird died. Did he die? He died. If he died, rest in peace, T'Challa. Because I just thought about that. I'm like, the bird. We ain't saw that bird all season. Because y'all remember that bird went everywhere with Monique. But hey, so winter, so like I said, everyone is showing up. So we have the Tylers, we have the Lions, we have the Silvers. I was about to say, who else am I missing? We have the Silvers. So they get on the bus, and Monique and Chris let Tasha and Neil know that they have invited both Winter and respectively Kevin on this trip. And I still don't understand what the fuck is the purpose in inviting Kevin. I'm kind of confused as to why we invited Kevin. I think we invited Kevin just to get the drama started, but Kevin fell very flat for me. And I want you guys to tell me how you guys felt about Kevin once we get to him. The interesting thing that I noticed is, as much as Arena and Ashley don't see it for Winter, y'all do definitely talk about Winter quite a bit. And I know that the reason why they're talking about Winter is because Monique is bringing up Winter. But if I got an issue with somebody and I don't necessarily see it from them, especially the way that Ashley feels about Winter, I would tell Monique, like, I get that that's your friend and whatnot, but I don't want to sit here and discuss her. I don't want to talk about her marriage. I don't want to talk about, because they kept talking about Winter. They kept talking about Winter and Kevin. It's just like, damn, if I don't like the heifer, I don't want to talk about the heifer. But here we are talking about the heifer once again. Why am I talking about someone that I don't like? It's kind of redundant to me, if we're being honest. I'm not gonna sit here and have a conversation about a person that I just don't see it for. If I don't see it for you, I'm be like, who? And here's the thing, when Monique said that Winter was invited, I would have been like, okay, you invited Winter. I can act like Winter is a brick wall and that I don't see Winter, but yet instead we're just still sitting here talking about Winter. It's this whole season, 9 episodes. Everything has been Winter, Winter, Winter. Winter has been the focal point of everybody's story. It's been Winter this, Winter that, Winter, Winter, Winter. Winter. It's like how people say that on Potomac that Giselle is the villain that they show you on the screen, but people try to say Candace is the real villain. Well, if we finna say that about them, then on this show, Winter is the TV villain, but Monique is the actual villain. Like, I know people like Monique, and I do like Monique, but I'm also one of those people that, despite me liking you, I can always call you out when I feel like you're full of shit. And Monique has been with the bullshit all season. It feels like Monique is producing this show as well. So they finally get it to the house. So when they get to the house, now here's my other issue with them. So y'all, The only person that I don't have an issue with, because she was mad from the beginning and she's making light of it now, is Arena. Arena was upset about the red light special. Jamie still ain't feeling the red light special comment. But the thing is, Winter never said the red light special. That was Monique who said red light special. Now, she did call DJ Quicksilver, DJ Fun Size. She did call him that. But even when she said that about him, I think she was being facetious. I don't think she meant it in a derogatory term. You guys can let me know how you feel about that. But then the other thing that I have an issue with is the fact that Ashley, when Monique told her, she laughed the situation off, but now she's mad about it. For me, with Ashley, I wish that Ashley, if you're gonna be mad about it now, you should have been mad about it when Monique told you. That's my personal opinion. You guys feel free to let me know what you guys think about that. So yeah, Monique has given them some sex toys. When she put that ball gag in her mouth, I was like, okay, girl. You know that's what Chris wants, right? That's pretty much what your husband has been telling you for years. To shut up and just, okay. So Winter and the sex therapist make it. And when they make it, they spoke to the therapist, but no one really spoke to Winter. I was like, well, that's kind of rude. She spoke to, she did give a blanketed hi, but okay, I guess. So then with the sex therapist, they sit down and they go around and they start talking about what could help in their respective relationships, right? So first up was Ashley and Quick. So Ashley feels like with their relationship, she would like a little bit more than probably what she's getting. I think let me look at the notes. She feels like they can improve. She wants it to be a little bit different. So Quick says he feels like the sex is good, but with her, they go one round and they go another round. She wants to keep going and going and going, kind of like the Energizer Bunny. So the sex therapist, she says, so are you like in your early mid-40s? She's like, bitch, no. It was cute, but it wasn't, the way Monique laughed, it was like a big guffaw. I'm like, girl, it wasn't that funny. But okay, go off. So then next up was Tasha and Neil. So Tasha's thing is with their relationship, she is saying that she's kind of like a little bit scared to have sex with him, so to speak, because he won't get a vasectomy. I'm like, you won't get a vasectomy? Because she doesn't want to have kids. Girl, I'm glad that you guys are using condoms now, because especially with the overturning of Roe versus Wade. So yeah, keep using them condoms if you don't want to get a vasectomy. But I don't understand, if you guys have made a conscious decision that you don't want to have more children, what's wrong with getting a vasectomy? A vasectomy is is a snip. Most men, I don't know why people still, sometime in this day and age, still think that they're going to cut your nuts off. That's not what they're doing. I think it's a small incision that they make. And it's also very much so reversible. So if you and Tasha, not saying that this would happen, but if, God forbid, let's just say something happened to one of the two, and something happened to them, or they divorced. If you get with someone new, you can have it reversed. Just saying. All right, excuse me, you guys. So then we talk about Arena and Jamie. So Arena feels as if they have lazy sex, and Jamie says when it comes to their sex life, he feels like he's just as horny as he was when they first got together, but he feels like now that it's kind of like a brother-sister situation. I'm like, I would never want to get married and get later into my relationship and say our relationship is like that of a brother and sister. No. So he says when he tries to do oral sex with her, she kind of pushes him away, saying, no, don't want it. But they talked about this earlier in the season, and I wonder what the issue is with Arena and the whole oral sex. There are people out here who don't like oral sex, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, he said that they've done it in the past. So maybe it's a thing of he's not doing it doing it to her satisfaction these days. Or maybe, like she said, and I know another thing she did mention, the romance, and I think that might be what it is. She might not feel like wooed or whatnot. She might just feel like it's like a, him poking her on the back, like, hey, baby, you ready to go? Pull your panties to the side. Kind of a situation. I think that's probably where she is now. She feels like it's a chore. That might be what it is. I think she might feel as if it's a chore for her to have sex with him and for oral pleasure. I don't think I wouldn't necessarily say I don't think she's into it. I think it's more so a thing of it feels like a chore. And then she says when they do have sex, she's just ready for him to get it done and get over. So yeah, it's definitely turned into a chore, and it feels like a chore because she doesn't feel romanced. So yeah, Jamie, just take your wife out on a date. Do some things that she might not expect coming. Try new things, try different things. I think that might be what might be able to help them with their relationship. Like, set up a date night, and then say, okay, like do it like when you guys were first dating. Like, set up a date night for her, and then say, okay, I'm gonna drop you off at, pretend like you're gonna drop her off at home, but go to a hotel room, had a hotel room all set up romantical for her. I don't know. Just do something different. Because you guys know I like Jamie and Arena. I love Jamie and Arena. I think, like, on this show, Jamie and Arena are my favorite. Jamie and Arena are my favorites on this show. So you guys, then next up was Monique and Chris. The one thing I just want to know is, why was Monique so extra in that confessional about her when Chris and her had sex on Valentine's? So we've said it before about Monique and Chris on Real Housewives of Potomac, that their relationship is it's all about Chris, especially when it comes to sex. And he said it. He's selfish, because she said they're selfish. Their sex is selfish sex. So when whoever climaxes first, they're done. And I'm pretty positive Chris is the first to climax. And once he gets his nut, he don't care about Monique. And that is selfish as fuck, though. How have you been married to the man for 10 years, and every time y'all have sex, it's all about him? So that just means that you are a sex toy to him. I would hate to. I couldn't. I mean, well, you know what I mean. She didn't feel nothing when he had that remote or microphone, and that's all he think about with her is oral sex. Because he says he watched porn, and that's, I mean, Chris, at a certain age, you got to know that porn is not real. Once you get to a certain age, you know that porn is not real. Because I too watched porn. I too, for the first time, saw porn when I was like 7 or 8 years old. I saw my first porn at about 7 or 8, and even with the porn, it's all about the man, and it's not about the woman. It's never about the woman. It's all about the man getting his nut, because once the man nuts, that's the end of the porn. And that is terrible. Once the man nuts, that is the end of the porn. That's the end of the scene. Once you see that nut scene, wherever you see it at, face, mouth, cream pie, whatever, wherever you see it at, that's the end of the scene. And Chris, you're older than I am. And you're probably a few years older than I am. And even I know that when it comes to sex, it's about your partner. It's about your partner. But hey, I'm going off on a tangent, and I'm about to pause here, and we're about to move forward. All right, you guys. So Winter, she went ahead and she apologized to the ladies and to their husbands. Ashley, she didn't buy the apology, and that's well within her reason if she didn't buy it. So after that, Arena pulled Winter to the side, and Arena told Winter, like, when I mentioned your husband, I was wrong for that, and I apologize for that. And Winter apologizes to her, so they accept each other's apology. And Arena was like, when I asked you about being okay, she was being snarky, but she did say, you have been dealing with a lot. So she just asked her once again, are you okay? And Winter's like, it's been a lot of emotional stuff with Kevin. And child, in this episode, I can see that there's a lot of emotional shit with Kevin. I can see that. So they go back and sit down at the table. So Monique's nosy ass asks Irena and Winter what were they talking about. And Irena tells her, after that apology, I pulled her to the side to apologize to her. Ashley says that she didn't feel like it was an apology. She felt like it was a blanketed apology. You're well within your right to feel that way. But Irena was like, well, I chose to, I took it as an apology and I accepted it and I apologized to her. My thing with Ashley is Ashley still has this issue with Winter. But like I said a few minutes ago, earlier in the video, you have an issue with her. But when Monique told you about that DJ Fun Size comment, you didn't seem upset. You laughed about the situation. So which one is it? Was it funny or was it not funny? Like, I just want to know that. I want to understand that one. But I will say I'm tired of it. So then, you guys, this is the end of my notes. Because the last part of this episode was all about Winter and Kevin. So Kevin showed up. Kevin looks like a scammer. Kevin looks like a con artist and a scammer. So Kevin shows up. He got this manuscript. And Winter was like, I know you do not have that damn book that neither one of us wrote. She says it was an ebook that was transcribed by some people in Britain. It was her words. She didn't write it. And honestly, you guys, I believe everything that Winter said. I trust nothing that Kevin said, because he said that, no, you wrote this book. She says, I did not. That was written in 2020. He says, no, it wasn't. And Monique says, copyrighted 2020. Boom. So they were going back and forth. And then Ashley and Quick, they were the first to get up. Then after that, Irena and Neil got up. Irena and Jamie and Neil and Tasha got up. So then Monique and Chris, they still sitting there with them. I'm sorry, I would have, if I was Winter, I would have said, you know what, Kevin, you full of shit. Like, you lying. You're sitting here lying. I can't take, well, she did say that. I'm like, I can't with Kevin. I don't know what Kevin's purpose in coming there was. He didn't prove anything. He literally proved what Winter is saying, that you're a scammer. But I have an issue with Winter, the fact that you married this man not knowing a whole lot about him. But that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. But when she sang that song about give her divorce, I cracked up laughing because it was hilarious to me. That was really the end of the episode, because then we see, Ashley and Winter, they talk. Winter was like, I thought we had moved past our issues. And Ashley was like, I did too. But she was like, girl, I've been with this man for a few minutes and I can already see he ain't shit. Like, and you married him? Exactly. Like, when Kevin comes in, Kevin looks like Nate from Set It Off. He looks grimy. But, she married him. I know she probably regrets it. But, hey, let me know what you guys think about this episode. And let me know if next week is the season finale. But that's it, you guys. Let me know what you guys thought about it. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on your post notifications. Share the video. And until the next time, you guys stay safe, take care of yourselves, wash your hands, wear a mask, you guys. Socially distance, be blessed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.